Yes, there we go. There we go, guys. Welcome. Welcome to an extra episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their lives and their campaigns and their books. Because I'm kind of done with corporate comics. Indie comics is where the talent is, guys, where the fun is. So, yeah, this is an extra episode. My guest has been on my show before when his campaign was still in sign up stage, so pre-launch stage, and now it's live. It went live, I think, yesterday. So we need to show you guys, talk about it. So yeah, excellent, man. A little update about my American Bliss Kickstarter campaign, because American Bliss is going to Kickstarter because Indiegogo is a bit goofy, and Indiegogo kind of shadow bans campaigns and then doesn't tell the creators that it's happening or why. So, and I was like, okay, Indiegogo, you want to do it like that? I'm going to end it after 30 days. And I now made the campaign for Kickstarter, and Kickstarter has approved it. So it will be going live pretty soon, guys. So if you missed the campaign, you still have the chance to get on board with American Bliss and get all this awesome stuff. So yeah, all right, guys, let's bring on our guest for today. I think you all know him. He's been here before. So have a warm welcome for Mr. Hojo. Yes, there he is.
How you doing, Dave? What's going on, guys?
I'm doing good, man. How are you on your campaign tour trail thing?
Pretty good. Got up pretty early this morning. I'm not gonna lie. So I did
Right,
Mike T and those guys in the morning.
Mike T.
It's
Oh,
like
right. Yeah.
the Monday morning. I can't remember
Yes.
the rest.
Yes. I always watch that, man. I
Yeah,
always watch that
these guys are funny.
before I go to work. When I go to
Yeah,
work, I need to
right,
stop it.
right.
But before that, I try to catch it. Jolly Green, welcome, man. Welcome, welcome.
Hail.
So yeah, the last time you were on, you had your campaign in a pre-launch stage, right? You were
Hmm.
gathering signups. So how
Yep.
many signups did you get?
I think I got just south of 240, so I think like right around 238, 239, something like that. I didn't check it right before we went
Right.
live.
That's fantastic, man. For your first campaign, right? Your first
Yep.
ever book, 240 signups. That's excellent. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. So how did you manage? Did you figure out some strategy to to get
Just kept getting
to
in the
direct
chats.
people to your
Yeah,
campaign?
you just keep going in the chats to keep mixing it up, just go on streams and talk about it and
Hmm.
show it to people. You just got to show it to people.
Right. Yes.
And get genre specific. Like mine's a horror book, so I messed with the horror crowd. You know, uh, heavy metal crowd, stuff like that too. Their Venn diagrams intersect.
Oh.
So
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's just we last time we talked about you and your road towards making your own comic
right,
book, right? So let's just dive right in. Right. You have your own thing going on here, but first, before we do that, we have to show people this.
In a world where creatures of myth and legend exist, a covert task force is charged with keeping humanity safe from supernatural threats. And when young Nancy Moon stumbles into the eternal battle between good and evil, she finds... Oh my god, will you shut up? What's happening? Agent Beckett here. Aren't you tired of stuff like that? Want something different? Roll the tape. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's a song I'm writing for my ex. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Alrighty. Welcome to the world of the Mythicals. We have it all. Monsters. Magic. Government agents. He's the strong silent type. This guy. Ugh, gross, dude. Get some kind of cream or something. Lots of 90s style action. Pew pew pew. And that strong female lead alluded to earlier. Not to mention a dashing field commander with a great sense of fashion. Look at those glasses. South River Studios presents The Mythicals, Issue 1. Buy it, if you dare. Ugh, will you can it already? How'd you get free? Now beat it before I lose my cool.
so what are you waiting for? Back it today, like right now.
Back the Mythicals today.
Okay, that last voice sold it.
Yeah. Really like that.
Yeah, man. Whew, nice trailer. Nice trailer,
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
You even had some animation going on there.
Yeah, Pedro Ang did that.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're bringing it all, man, for this campaign. It's great.
Yep.
Some more people joined us. Before, let me see. Jolly Green says if you can increase your volume. Yeah, it's a little bit low, your volume. A little bit.
We'll see if we can do something about
And
it.
Mike's here. Welcome, Mike. Hello, Dave. Hello, Hojo. Ticker reminder. Yes. Thank you so much, my Jamie man. What are you drinking today? Oh, that's another question that I forgot. And congratulations on the Mythicals. Yes,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And Agent Zero's here. Welcome, Agent Zero. Welcome, man, to this extra episode because it's a freshly launched campaign.
We launched Friday night.
Friday night, right?
Yep.
Excellent. And you're already funded also.
We funded that morning. It was insane.
Fantastic. Darksiders Comics. Hello, hello. All right, let's bring up your campaign. That was the plan. So present, share screen, window, the Mythicals. There we go. Kapow! Right, the Mythicals, number 1. 24 pages of action-packed supernatural mystery. funded. You had a fixed goal. You already got there. Yeah, I have the number in euros, so
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
mind
yeah.
that, right?
I was just looking at the percentage to see if it changed.
Exactly, exactly. So 63 backers. That's fantastic, man. For your first campaign, that's fantastic.
Yeah, man, it's pretty unreal.
Um, B.A. Turner, welcome, B.A. Turner. Nice to
What's
see you,
up, man?
sir. Sign up for Vigilante's Creed on Indiegogo. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, man. So you launched at Bancroft, or
Yep, we did Michael
yep,
Bancroft Friday night.
I missed that. I think did he change time slots or something?
I don't
I used
know.
to
He
see
did.
more of his show, so I don't know what happened, but I missed it. But good start, man. It's fantastic. All right. Let me get the formalities out of the way. Mike said it. I was so eager to talk about your campaign that I forgot, but we need to ask what you're drinking today.
Me, I have a. It's a Belgian blonde ale. It's called 8 Days a Week, and it's pretty good. Pretty
Eight
good.
days
It's
a
at the
week,
salt.
that's the name.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if they
Oh,
had to pay the Beatles people, but whatever. It's
right.
good.
Oh, great. Yeah, man, you have something to celebrate.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's talk about your concept, your book. So the people who don't know, what is the Mythicals?
It's a supernatural action mystery that centers around a covert task force that's comprised of creatures from myth and legend. So,
Hmm.
like the quick pitch, like you could add a little bit of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and put in Jim Lee's Wildcats, like that classic '90s action stuff, and
Right,
then put in some X Files, just without aliens.
right. X Files without
Yeah,
aliens.
yeah, no aliens.
There we go. There we go. I got it all set up now. Uh, all right, cool. So the art is pretty lovely. So who's the artist?
Right there, that piece that's Dan Dahl.
Dendal. Yeah, fantastic, man. It has a bit of this 90s vibe. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like that. Great stuff. Who's the colorist?
I'll butcher his name, but he worked with. It's the same guy who did the silhouette with Dan.
Oh,
Um,
all right.
it's just Vegas Day Real on Twitter. That's all I know.
Right. Mike says this man's a connoisseur and a micro brewer.
That's true. I got a batch going right now.
Yeah, yeah, you brew your
Yep.
own, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. You said this was Belgium, so we have this recipe, this specific way to make it, to make
Oh,
sure that
this
it's
is
Belgium,
just
or
this is store bought, but
oh, right, okay,
yeah, I have a lager going right now. Those are kind of hard to do unless you have the right stuff. Like I built
oh,
a fermentation chamber with temperature control.
wow, getting high on his own supply.
That's right.
All right, man. So it has a little bit of superhero. It has supernatural.
Yeah, and like some mystery too, like almost like a
Right.
I don't
So
know how
so
to.
this the first issue of a longer mystery, or every
Yes, yes.
issue
And see, that's
is
the
a
thing. Like
separate
every
mystery.
issue is kind of self-contained, but it builds on that narrative.
Right.
Like it's always there. Like characters introduced in the first issue that pay off down the road, and yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Oh, look at this cat. There's a cat here.
yeah,
Cool. All right. Of course, the famous chibi
yep.
from. Okay, guys, the link to this campaign is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. Please go check it out, browse through it, share it. Um, Meanwhile, we're looking at the art here. So where did this idea come from? this particular concept?
I've always been into like monsters and stuff like that. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
classic horror stuff, and like when I was in the military, I just came up with an idea of like, you know, what if there was like a team of monsters that could do what we do, but like a higher level, and I just built it from there on. Like I had a nightmare about this bad guy here. Like there's a scene in the book that was like directly from my nightmares. I can tell you it's pages 12 and 13. It's pretty crazy to see it all on the page right now. Like I've seen every inked page, so it's
So the book is done.
yeah. All but 2 are colored. Yeah.
Right. Welcome, Dr. Rhino. Hail to all.
Oh hell.
Welcome, mate. So, what's this guy's name?
That's the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
like
he's very inquisitive.
a villain.
Yes. Right.
He's
So
not
he is the
sympathetic at
villain
all.
of the first issue, or is
Yeah.
he the villain of the entire arc?
He's here and there and everywhere.
Hmm.
You know, he's almost like Jaws at this point to them because they don't know who he is or what he's doing here. Like they're not aware of him, but he's aware of them.
Right.
So yeah,
This is the page where he is being
this is the very
introduced.
first appearance of him right here.
Hmm.
I have this original art for sale on the campaign.
Oh, great. So this means it's drawn traditional.
Yeah, this is the original pencils.
Oh, wow. Wow. So it's penciled and then it's inked digitally.
Digitally and colored digitally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Great stuff, man. Right. You have some badass Punisher-like type.
Yeah.
So these are old heroes, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Whether they want to be or not.
Right. And these, they have powers, so they are supernatural.
Yeah, like mythical is kind of like my blanket term for like, say you would say like a mutant in X-Men or something like that.
Right.
Like anything
So-
supernatural based, you know, like a cryptid or anything like that, they just get dubbed in mythical.
Okay, sure. That's because you have they have a specific origin that makes it mythical also.
Right. Yeah. And I kind of, I could borrow from every mythology across the planet, and I do.
Mhm.
Like during the course of the issues, like I'm going to Egypt, Greece, England. It's a world hopping adventure looking for some stuff. Kinda
Right.
like that old cartoon, The Pirates of Dark Water.
Right. Are there some similarities between this and Graveyard Shift, for instance, which is also superheroes based on mythological creatures?
Yeah, I've been told no. I've never read it, but I've been told. I checked.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
Mark Polton backed the book, so I think he's cool with it.
Sure. Yeah, man. Well, the concept is nice. So does this guy also have superpowers?
Oh, see, no, he's a human. He's like the first human field commander of like level M. Like he's that badass.
Right. Coolness. What's his name?
Lucas Beckett.
Okay. And this guy can shoot like pink Kirby sparkle?
Kirby
Yeah.
Crackle. Yeah,
Yes.
he's got like these little bracelets or whatever can like harness like his magical powers like to be able to manifest and do that. He's like a techno mage. So he's like the way I describe it, he's like their Q from James Bond. He's got all their cool magical devices and he can he's kind of like Scully from X-Files. He's like the medical examiner and all that. He's got like a degree and all that stuff.
All right. And he has some cool tats. We have a question for you, man. Of all the main protagonists, who is your favorite?
I can't say the name because it's not in this issue. It's not nobody in this issue.
Hmm.
But, I mean, it's almost like asking me to pick my children.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have a favorite for sure, but they are not in this issue. Sorry.
Yeah, it's often a difficult question, especially
Yeah.
when you work with a team book, right?
Right.
It's the team, it's the dynamic of the team that makes everything work.
Yes. It's like a throwing a ball in a rubber room. You have to keep it. You have to keep it bouncing around and give everybody their amount of time before the ball just drops.
Right. Yes, it's true. So when you write, so you have to write the dialogue. You have to mind the pacing. You have to make sure that there's plenty of action.
Right.
So how do you balance all of that?
Well, sometimes like two or three panels I'll see in my head would have to work as one panel, or you'd have to combine panels or something like that. And you always got
Mhm.
to trim the dialogue a little bit, but I mean I've been very fortunate so far. Like the way I've written it, like it can, the pacing's been pretty good, but the like with the characters, like I'll actually say the characters' dialogue out loud and with their accent or whatever what I hear in my
Yeah.
head, and just to see if it can fit in that word bubble real quick or word balloon.
Right. Right. So it really helps when you hear it.
Yes, yeah,
Does it make sense? Does it sound
yeah,
natural?
yeah. I do it a lot.
All right. Yes. It's probably wise. Odin Dasco, welcome, man.
What's up, Odin?
Hello, hello. We're taking a look at Hojo's campaign, the Mythicals. It looks really nice. Here you have some lettered pages.
Hmm.
Yeah, these are some of the toughest pages to draw also, where you just have people talking in this
Yeah,
room,
yeah,
right? So it has to look exciting.
yes. Like you got to. I studied a little bit of uh, film shots. You know, seven, eight major scenes in like in cinematography, and then broke it down from there. I'm like, all right, well, would have him walking away. We know who he's looking at, and then you can pan down to her, and she's back to the guy at the desk. So, I mean, like at one point on one page, I went and because I thumbnailed it for the artist,
Oh,
and I
you
went and
did?
like, yeah, I drew like a dot to dot and connected the dots. I was like, this is where how I want this to flow, the eye to flow that way, because
Right,
that way when we get to the page turn, there's the reveal of what they're talking about.
right. Yes, page turners. That's also cool to work with. I love that, man. You have to keep the reader engaged. So
Yes.
with little page turners, what will happen next? What will
Yeah.
happen next? Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
great. So you have some. Do you have like comic book writers that you learn from, that you studied, or?
I was a big fan of, like, as far as like dialogue, like Peter David, he was really good with dialogue on his X Factor run.
Okay.
I like Chris Claremont. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, Chris Claremont could fit complete dialogue into one panel,
yes,
back and forth. Yeah.
I know. And I was a big fan of Grant Morrison's run on Animal Man.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, everybody always points to Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, but that was more for me like telling someone what a story could be with an established character that no one ever could have thought of,
Hmm.
and still make it cool.
Right.
Like, but have respect for the character. That's one thing that's missing from the mainstream characters. Disrespect for they don't have any regard for the character, and they hate who the character is being marketed toward.
Hmm.
So they
Right.
try to weaponize the character to try to get at these fans.
Right.
But I mean, just you have to. It's the characters that really make this work, especially in a character book.
Yes, it's true. AGE Comics. Welcome, man.
What's going on?
So yeah. So was that one of your motivators to make your own comic book, that you saw like the mainstream comics that you loved, that they weren't going that they were going into this weird direction, being mismanaged.
Like a spiral, like down the drain.
Yeah.
That direction. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know all this was happening until just over a year ago. Like all the
Mm.
indie stuff, had no idea any of it was coming. I just saw a picture on Twitter, and one thing led to another. Algorithms point you in a different direction. You start
Yeah.
meeting
Yeah.
people, talking. And I'm like, oh, and I was like, man, I had an idea like a long time ago. Let me dust this off, and then I started for about 2 months. I just thought about it every day and wrote a bunch of plans. I'm like, can I do this? And watched a
Mhm.
lot, did a lot of research, and then I was like, it's feasible with the amount of money I've saved up to at least get me halfway there. Um, so
Right.
it's been fun.
Right. So you wrote your breakdowns, and
Yes,
you wrote up the characters. Did you need to come up with the characters, or did you
I already
already
had all
have
this
some?
15 years ago.
Right.
Yeah,
And
like
finally
because
you can use them.
I just dusted it off and gave it a facelift.
Yes.
Got an editor,
Uh, editor. Who's the editor?
Piper Steed.
All right. Yes. Piper Steed. Yes. Um. So how did you find Piper?
I just saw her on a thread one time. She said something about werewolves. I was like, oh. I said, well, I got a supernatural book, and I pitched it to her, and she's like,
Perfect.
yes, yes, all day long, yes. I was like, all right, cool. And it took us a couple months to get the script just polished and shiny and chromed
Hmm.
out and ready to go. And so then I had that whole time I've been looking for artists like scouring the earth, literally scouring the earth, and found a good concept artist. We got some stuff together I liked, and then waited for the penciler schedule to open up, and then we got
Hmm.
the ball rolling last summer,
Right.
and just kept chugging along. Had
Great.
a
Yeah.
little
You have
bit
to
of a
find. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No. You have to find the right style for
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you need. So it's not
yeah,
always available, or you're like, this guy is good, but it's not really what I'm looking for. You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. And then like the inker was the hardest part to nail down, like because of the pencil style. And a
Mm.
couple people were like, "Man, that's too much. I'm not. I can't. I'm not." And I found this guy who had actually worked with this penciler before, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's
Oh.
great." And then he said, "Well, I know a colorist because I was waiting on a sample from a guy who never really got back to me at all. He still never got back to me." And a couple other ones were a little out of my price range. And then he's like, "I know this guy. He's actually from Brazil as well." So I
Hmm.
looked at his stuff, and I'm like, "Oh." And they gave me a test page, and I was like, "Let's roll. I'll get a letter when we're done, or halfway through it." That was the easy part. The easiest part was finding someone to do letters.
Oh, really? The letterer
Yeah.
was the toughest to find.
Well, it was the easiest part.
Oh, the easiest.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
That
Right.
was the last thing I had to worry about.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So then you get this page, right? It's completely done. It's lettered. Also,
Hmm.
do you then do another editing round, or is it?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is once he's already got half of it lettered, and I've found a couple typos myself. Me and
Mm,
Piper are gonna run through it, just put it into a quick, easy, simple PDF, run through it page by page, and then just be like, all right, yes, 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 and then take it all. Actually, the colorist wants to look at all 24 pages before he gives it to letters, and
sure.
because other guy can fix it, I guess.
Right.
So I'm just making
Yeah,
sure
man.
everything is perfect.
It's a cool process, right? It's
Yeah,
making comics, seeing it come to life, seeing things happen. That's fantastic.
I know.
So yeah. So what's happening here? What's the story about this?
This is a little confrontation in the park. Some people were following Nancy, some obviously not so pleasant guy.
Mm-hmm.
So they come to the rescue, and that's how she joins the team there at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you have a guest cover artist, Peter Gilmore.
Yes.
Holy shit,
Pretty
man.
pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
I know.
This is fantastic.
I was surprised he said yes. Like he must have been one of those days when he was like, I don't have anything to do for a
Yeah, you got
week.
lucky.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So did you ask Peter to draw this particular character, or was it his plan?
No, this was my plan all along because I was
Hmm.
like, "Are you comfortable with it?" And he just laughed and was like, and then he told me what he had just drawn. I was like, "Okay, well, this isn't nothing. This is nothing compared to what you just described that you just drew." So yeah, we're fine. And so he knocked it out. He banged this out in about 3 days.
Wow. Yeah, awesome. Mike says it's nice to hear this process for a comic project you've backed. All right, yeah.
Aw, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool for backers to see what they actually invest in, right?
Yes, and that's what I liked as a backer. That's what you have to do, man. The customer service is a lot of things that get neglected once you're just in this for the money. I'm really in this because I was a fan and I know what it's like. You know,
Look, man, if you want to do something for money, then comics
this
are
is the
not
wrong
really the way
business.
to go.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is not. This is the
Some
love
some
of the
people
game.
some people can make 100,000, but that's not most of us.
No, it's not me.
That's very rare.
I mean, I hit 3,000 on like day 2, and I just looked at my wife. I was like, "Wow, that's pretty crazy."
Yeah, man, absolutely fantastic. You have some add-ons. What's this?
Those are cards. Like Eric Hodson did the ones on the left and the ones on the right, and he's doing another one for the 5K stretch goal if we can get there.
Right. Well, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, and then the one in the
Nice.
middle, that's it's gonna be a metal card.
But this one is metal.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah. The Eric Hudson is pretty cool, man. He also did the artwork for American
American
Bliss.
Bliss. Yeah. He
Yeah.
showed me a lot of it. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's cool. And you have
I
some
like it. I like his
you
line
have
work.
some more merchandise.
Yeah.
You have some merchandise here. I drink and I read comics. What do you do? So what are these, like stickers or
The
what is
one on
this?
the left, that's a little refrigerator magnet. It's like a 3x2.
Hmm?
And the one in the middle, that's like the patch that they wear. It's like their little unit patch. It's gonna be
Okay.
a embroidered patch. And the little beer holder or beverage holder.
A beverage holder? I never heard of that.
It keeps
Beverage
your beer
holder.
cold.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
All
soda
right.
if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. Interesting. Um, it's a solid book. So ready for my books? Hmm. Yeah. Agent Zero is very excited. Mike says Eric drew one of the sexiest genuine comics pieces of R2, 10 sitting on her bike. Yes. This is how Eric got the job for American Bliss.
Yeah, Eric does great work, man.
Yeah, man.
He's a joy to work with.
That also. Okay. What is this?
That's the box art for the big box. That's what's on the cover.
You're actually making a box.
It comes in like a little right there on the top right there on your screen. The
Here, yeah.
box that all this comes in.
The Ultra Mega Super Pack.
Yeah,
What does that contain?
everything. You get both covers of the book, the PDF, all of the merchandise, the trading cards, and a glow in the dark bookmark exclusive to the box.
Oh wow. Wow, that's great. Man at work.
Oh, I gotta update this. It's a joke. Dean James wasn't done with the bookmark, and he's from Australia, so I was like, all right. It was about an hour till launch. I was like, all right, I'm gonna put this I'm gonna put this
Placeholder.
Man at Work thing up there.
Yeah,
And I put
yeah.
his avatar for the original art, but it sold. Nobody's seen the art yet. They still bought it.
Oh, wow. Wow, excellent. Mike says, this makes me realize how North American beer koozies are. Yeah, it's not really a thing that we have here.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Everybody drinks out of a glass, right?
yeah,
Or yeah.
that's right. Yeah, the giant mugs. Yeah. All right. Current status: pencils done, inks almost done. Right. Yeah. No late books. That's
No.
that's important. Some people think this is really important that you're not late.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
13 issues? Do you have 13 issues planned?
Yes, I have 6 scripts written already.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're not edited though, but I mean, the whole thing
So,
is mapped out. Every issue is plotted out.
right. So basically you had the story, you had to cut it up in single issues, and then you
Yeah, I just
figured
thought
out,
at 13 would be a cool number because I was
yes.
like, all right, and I started thinking about the whole like the journey of what they need to do and all that, and what I need to happen to get from A to B. And I was like, well, 13, that sounds great. But then when I got to 13, I was like, I can't end it in just 24 pages, so issue 13 is like double the size. It's like 48 pages. So
All right. Wow.
I don't think anybody will complain if I ever get that far.
No, no, it's very for indie comics. Sometimes you have a lot of number ones
Yeah.
within indie comics,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I've seen it.
so to get to number four, even that's pretty remarkable.
Yes.
Yeah. Mike says, gotta have a covered Stein too. What's that? I I don't know. I don't know, Mike.
Oh, like the little top one. I think I know what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. This is one well organized campaign and series.
Well, thank you, sir.
I love this piece, man. This is really, yeah. I like this 90s
I
style.
know,
These
I know. I figured
sharp
you'd get a kick out
edges,
of this
and
one. Yeah.
yeah, man. I love this. Great. Let's see what you got for perks. Then you have the Ultra Mega Super Pack that contained everything that we see below, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Maybe not the digital
Every,
one, but you
yeah, you get the digital with it too.
also. All right,
Yeah.
perfect. So you get the digital for $8. That's fantastic, guys. For $8, um, and it's completely done, right? So this means that people will get it pretty early.
Yep. I mean, if I'm lucky enough to make a little extra money, we can go right in production on issue 2 and keep this train rolling. Because once you get to the end of this one, you're really gonna want issue 2.
Ah, you're ending with a little
I mean,
exciting cliffhanger.
you have to. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody always talks about issue 1, but people fail to realize you don't. And a lot of the image stuff you didn't remember issue 2. There's just so
Yeah.
much hype on issue 1. You're like, nothing happened. I don't understand it. At the end, they're just like, oh, cool. Here's the team, and then you're like, well, what are they doing? And that's it.
Yeah.
So, but this ends in a
That's
way where
always
you have to pick up issue 2.
yeah. It's with the crowdfunding formula, right? It's pretty impossible to churn out books quickly.
Monthly,
So
yeah, you
usually you
couldn't.
have like
Yeah,
you have the cliffhanger, and then 1 month later the rest of the story.
right,
With
right.
crowdfunding, people need to wait a little bit longer. But once you got the momentum going, you can maybe do
Yeah,
2 books per year.
yeah.
What's the plan? 2 books,
3 would be great. Two
3,
for sure. 2 for sure.
right?
Yeah, because I mean, like it's already written. I don't have to go through anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how fast
Yeah,
can they draw and crank it out. You know,
exactly. Yeah,
and you
yeah.
got to worry about certain areas of the year, like November. Nobody's going to be buying stuff because they're saving money for the holidays, and so
Mm-hmm.
you have to plot around that. Like I planned this campaign for people to get their tax money in America.
Oh,
So
smart.
yeah, I mean, it's that would be ideal. Like I have other projects too. Like I mean, I do have something else coming out in an anthology, and then I have 3 other ideas that are in the works. Like I got the bare bones of one of them, and just now it's just like all opened up now.
Oh, you mean you have some projects going on besides Mythicals?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
because it's already the scripts are already done. I can focus on you know putting my
other
ideas
things. Yeah,
into the other things, or else I'll just get bored.
right. Yes. And are these things connected to the Mythicals, or is it something
No,
else?
no, no, absolutely not.
Hmm.
This is a 13 issue done. Put it on the shelf, and it's not. It, Maybe there would be a way to bring it back or something or do more issues, but I don't think so. I think it ends pretty good.
All right, so it's not like you're building this universe. You're telling one story after 13 issues. It's done, and you're doing new things,
Yeah, yeah,
other things. Right.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, yeah. Don't launch in November. I learned the hard way.
Yeah, because especially everybody knew this recession was coming.
Right. Damn. Yeah.
Because I mean,
Oh.
like, if this had been 4 years ago, 3 years ago, this
Hmm.
book probably would have made triple what it's making now. Just because everybody was just like, "Oh man, it's something else." Because now there's so many books now, and the economy's bad. Like, you know,
Yes. Yes. This is also true. Right. There's a lot of competition now.
you don't want to back the new guy, but so I got to say, look, my comic book is $13, and it's going to be ready to print as soon as the campaign is closed.
Right. Well, it's pretty tough to say how the book would have done in different
Yeah,
circumstances
yeah,
because
yeah,
now
yeah.
you have your network, for instance.
Right. Yep.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So for $8, you have the digital comic. That's a steal, guys. Just if you wanted to support Hojo, for $8 you get the book digitally. That's perfect. The Booty Juice edition. That's this lovely cover with the cat. So for $13, that's perfect. Ships worldwide. That's great. So what are your shipping costs? Do you
I
know?
don't. I've got them written down on there. I've got it all made to where I just really don't. I mean, I try not to make any. I don't want to make anything on shipping. Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
No. No. Yeah. This is. I found out that with shipping, the shipping costs need to be below the cost of the book. So if you have the single issue, which is as cheap as possible,
Right. Right.
shipping will be usually below that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Which can be challenging uh, for indie creators with all
It
these
certainly can. It
costs.
certainly can.
Yeah. All right. The non-blacker edition. Why is it called non-blacker?
It's from the movie Spinal Tap. It's a
Oh,
movie from. It's a comedy movie from the '80s.
right. ID Crisis. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. He says keep plugging, Ojo.
I'm plugging.
Yep. Yeah. It's it's exhausting, right? These doing these campaigns.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying it, especially getting to talk to people and getting to interact with backers. That's awesome.
Yes, right. Yeah, yeah. Best of both worlds. It's both covers.
Hmm.
Great. It's both covers, guys, and for a little bit cheaper, you get this collection like
Hmm.
discount. Right. Concept art. What's that?
It's the vampire he's on the metal card and right there actually to the left of you got him pulled up perfect actually. Um, it's like a little bust piece, like a little pinup that I had done last year, I think. It's based off a sketch of mine. So, but he made it look professional, so I could get these to the artist.
Right. All right. What's his character's name?
His name's Julian. He's a Roman of Roman descent, so he was there when Vesuvius erupted.
All right.
Yeah, so he's pretty old. So all these people have other than the two humans or whatever. Like he's got a lot of world experience, so he was there before all of this was even a thing.
Right. Right. So yeah, yeah. Great. Original pencils. Oh, that's this page. Wait.
Yep,
Oh, this page.
sure is.
The pencils of this page you can get, guys. That's great. And you have this one is sold out.
Yep,
Awesome. And this one is sold out.
yeah,
Fantastic. A nice little boost there in the beginning.
yeah.
Great. Great. So what else? What else do we need to know about this book, or about the story, or about the characters? Why should people get invested in the mythicals?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Because you're going to get invested with these people, like their story, and you're just going to want to know because they talk about things that you don't understand yet, like things that happened in the past. You're like, well, what was that? It's all going to be revealed in time.
Hmm.
So I mean, you're going to see her character like just come from this innocent, stumble upon this world to be in like, I mean, this strong, almost godlike power, like over the course of 13 issues, and whether or not choose to save the world or destroy it. But she doesn't, she you have to break her down to build her back up, and boy, I break her down. I'm telling you, there are some gut wrenching scenes in this series. But you care about the characters, and just like it's you get this intrigue and just invested into what they're doing, and like you have to save the world, but in order to save the world, you have to understand the world.
Hmm.
And you see all these, they're trying to find these artifacts, and they lead to all these mythological points in time that it's streamlined this whole process and ties everything up in a big bow.
Hmm. Okay, great. Dean, welcome, man.
What's up, Dean?
Good morning to you. We just saw that your art was sold already, but we haven't seen it yet.
Nobody
I,
knows.
I think she has like elemental powers, like fire and
Mm-hmm.
nature.
Yep.
Right. Does this necklace also mean something?
Ah, it's just a cool symbol. I got it off a Led Zeppelin poster.
Okay. All right. Just asking all the questions, man. All the
Oh yeah.
questions you ask here. Great. All right. Cool. Guys, the link to this campaign is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. Let's give it a little refresh, right? You now have 63 backers
Oh nice.
and almost 3,000 euros. So you can celebrate again when you go over the 3,000
Oh,
euros.
there we go. There we go.
Okay, let's refresh. 64.
Woo!
Yes.
All right. All right.
Excellent.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Well, I drink to that.
Yeah. Drink to that, man. That's it. Congrats, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. So we need to try and keep the momentum, guys. So share this campaign with everybody.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
It's one heck of a deal.
Yeah. Let's see, guys. If you have any questions about the campaign or about Hojo, or just drop it in the chat, we can ask him.
Yeah.
Dean says, that's crazy, right? I should have at least one side of it completely finished today. I ran out of skin pink. What is skin pink? So I had to order
Probably
more.
his markers.
All right. Oh, skin pink. That's a color
Copic
to
marker.
color
Probably the
skin
Copic
tone.
marker.
All right. I had to order more over the weekend. Yes. Things can just run out. It's I have the same thing. You're preparing books, preparing shipments, and suddenly, damn it!
I don't have any bags and boards.
Yeah, exactly. It just sneaks up on you, man. It's celebrate the Euros from the South. Yeah. Drink every time Dave plays that Breaking Bad clip. Yes, man. Excellent. Well, congratulations, man. You're doing fantastic. This is your first
Yeah,
ever
thank you.
campaign. You're doing better than I did with my first campaign.
Oh man, I don't want to hear that. You're gonna jinx me.
Yeah. I think you're now over the amount that I had for the entire campaign. So
Oh wow.
you're doing great.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys. If there's nothing to add, if there's nothing, just share it. Back it if you can. If you can't, back it. Just share it. Um, so yeah, stop sharing. Stop sharing. Pink color for skin. Yeah. Right. All right. Well, Ojo, congratulations, man, and
Thanks.
thank you for being my guest for this extra episode. And special thanks to the chat for everyone who showed up to watch
Yeah, thanks
us.
for coming out, guys.
Yeah, man. And please like the stream if you like this conversation. And I will be back on my regular time next Sunday with my guest Mark Poulton. So I hope to see you guys there. So brand. Wait. Oh, wait. Where's my thing? Where's, there's my thing. Okay, the outro. I found it. Okay, bye guys. See you next time.